I decided to move to Koreatown because the rent was significantly cheaper than other parts of Los Angeles, and I knew that the location had really good public transportation. At a couple of points I have to get on the sidewalk, and that feels very uncomfortable, especially because there are pedestrians around, and also because it's harder for cars to see a bike on a sidewalk. I feel like there has to be a better way to get from east to west without having to do that all the time.
What are you doing, man? Yo, my bike's broken.
I think bike trains have a lot of potential. I think it's exciting. I mean, I think part of what will get people out riding is if there are groups of people that they can go with. There is safety in numbers, and people feel more comfortable riding with other people. And I think it just makes it fun. It's just like the ciclovia, when we block off the streets entirely for cars. It brings about 100,000 people out because they just enjoy riding on the street with other people. So I think that bike trains have a lot of potential to increase the number of people commuting around the city.
My name is Kate. Second year urban planning, focused transportation policy and planning, and biking makes me feel like high. Today is our bike to work / bike to school day. We're going to have between 5 and 8 people here, and we're going to all ride to UCLA together. I was contacted by LA Bike Trains to kind of make this more of a formal route.
Hi, my name is Heran. I'm a second-year Master of Urban Planning student. The fun thing about bicycling is when you go faster than traffic, it feels amazing. I feel better about myself going as fast as 720 buses on the Wilshire.
So I did know, I looked on Google Maps and I saw that there was like bike shares on 4th. So I would take that locally on my own, but I don't think I would have gone all the way to school, 10 miles, knowing that I might have to go on streets that don't have any bike infrastructure if it wasn't for the programming of having a bike train that would allow me to take that jump and get used to it. And now I'm more used to it, and I could do it by myself. But it works out that I can still just go with my friends.
More recently, the LA Bike Coalition just came out with their annual report, and about 1 in 5 riders in LA are women. So in LA specifically, women aren't riding the streets, and I think it's really about kind of not having the infrastructure in place. And they found through their study that women are more inclined to cycle where there are bike facilities, such as bike lanes and bike routes and bike paths. And then just from personal experience, the biking at night is a different story as well. For me personally, I'm not so inclined to bike on a more desolate street. I'd rather bike on a street with high traffic, actually, because I feel safer. So there's also perceptions of safety and fear and those differences that exist between men and women.
Where we have cities that aren't particularly bike friendly, the men vastly outnumber women, like you say. Where we have cities that we consider bike friendly, women outnumber men. And so the number of women is actually a bit of an indicator as to how bike friendly a city is.
I'm kind of a adventurous one among cyclists. I usually take wheelchair all the way. It's pretty dangerous, you know, like there are a lot of traffic passing by, but this specific route that we took today was very residential, like really quiet, like not many cars, so you feel kind of, you know, safe in that kind of environment.
What's on your agenda for today?
Yeah.
How was the ride?
It was good.
Awesome.
We met up with another bike train, coincidentally, on Santa Monica, coming from Silver Lake.
When you go to these public meetings where these issues are being discussed, it's pretty common that you get an older group of people there who are really opposed to all these things, and they don't understand why we need to make space for bicyclists, and they're upset that, you know, some bicyclists got in their way and they don't stop at the stop signs, and then there's this other group of young people there who are just completely opposite. We need more space for bikes. I bike every day. I want it to be safer. I deserve a safe place to ride. I'm not creating pollution. I'm not, you know, emitting global warming gases. Give me a safe place to ride.